My like baby, I stored you alive for a purpose till this time, and do you comprehend why? My infant, this international could be very tempting, and frequently you get distracted out of your authentic reason of lifestyles. But I have no longer deserted you. I've in no way taken my eyes off you, no longer even for a moment. And whilst you wandered some distance from me, even when your heart turned into pressured and clouded with doubt, I was there. I waited with love that by no means grew weary, with the patience beyond what you can realize. I waited with the intention to flip your gaze again to me, to the one who shaped you with aim, with care, and with unfailing love. You were now not a twist of fate, nor a forgotten soul swept away through time. You are my selected, my cherished creation, my photo-bearer. The breath on your lungs isn't always only a sign of life, it is a present, a name, a sacred rhythm I located inside you to remind you that you still have a reason, that every beat of your tough echoes with future. You had been no longer placed right here to virtually live on, to waft through days blind to the eternal splendor stitched into your spirit. You have been made for extra. You were made to walk with me. You had been made to recognize me no longer from a distance, not through ritual or fear, however intimately deeply as a child is aware of the voice of their figure. I am now not a long way away. I'm no longer silent. I am here, and I have always been speaking. Can you hear me now, beloved? Via the chaos, through the distractions, through the noise of this fleeting global, can you sense the stirring to your soul? This is me. I have been whispering into the private locations of your coronary heart, calling you lower back to wherein you sincerely belong, now not inside the approval of others, no longer inside the false comforts of the sector, however in me, in my presence, in my love, inside the sacred space in which your spirit is revived. The arena will inform you that your price is based totally on what you may do, what you can reap, what you could advantage. But I let you know the truth. Your worth turned into sealed earlier than you had been even shaped. I saw you whilst no person else should see you. I loved you while nobody else knew your call. I knew your each notion, your every battle, your each tear, and that I loved you still. My love isn't always conditional. My grace isn't always constrained. I have watched you fall, and I've reached down each time, longing to raise you up, not due to the fact you earned it, however due to the fact I am your father, and that I can't help but love you. This life has attempted to harden your coronary heart. You have been wounded. You have depended on and been betrayed. You've got tried to be strong. But you've got felt susceptible. I recognize each burden you bring. I see the nights whilst your pillow is stained with tears you by no means confirmed all of us. I see the questions that swirl on your mind whilst the whole lot feels uncertain. However, concentrate to me now. I'm your refuge. I am your rock. I am the regular hand that by no means shakes, the voice that in no way lies. In me you're secure. In me you're whole. You were never supposed to carry the load on my own. I failed to design you to be crushed by using worry or to be enslaved to shame. I sent my son to bear it, fascinated by you so you could be unfastened. Not simply one day, now, not just in eternity, however now. Freedom starts evolved whilst you surrender now, not to the world, not to despair, however to me. When you permit pass of your satisfaction, your ache, your beyond, and region, all of it at my feet, I will now not turn you away. I can welcome you with arms extensive open. I have waited for this second. I have longed to restore what changed into broken. Let me heal your heart, my infant. Allow me educate you how to stay again, not merely exist, but truly live, to walk in pleasure that is not dependent on circumstances, to know peace that surpasses all expertise. There may be a light I have placed inside you that no darkness can extinguish. There may be a calling upon your existence that no failure can erase. You were now not forgotten. You were not forsaken. You had been preserved for this type of time as this. Go searching you. See what number of wanderlost and weary, yearning for something actual. I've saved you alive, not most effective to your sake, however for theirs. You bring a light that is not supposed to be hidden. I've entrusted you with something holy, the fact of my love, the truth of my presence, the strength of my spirit, and now I'm calling you to upward thrust, not with the aid of your strength however by mine, to walk in cause, no longer to speak wish. To live as person who knows the fact that I'm with you, and I will by no means go away you, there will be trials. There could be days while you experience weak, whilst the enemy attempts to whisper lies into your coronary heart. But do not forget who you're. You're my child. You're chosen, known as, and included. I will fight for you. I'm able to pass earlier than you. I'm able to surround you with my angels, with my grace, with my want. No weapon shaped towards you shall prosper. No curse spoken over you shall continue to be. You are sealed with the aid of my spirit, and not anything can snatch you from my hand. Do no longer permit fear guide your steps. Do now not let the evaluations of others determine your well-worth. Do no longer permit past mistakes define your destiny. I make all matters new. I am the God of restoration. The God who brings beauty from ashes, pleasure from mourning, reward from despair. I will use each scar, every failure, each heartbreak for excellent if you believe me. What the enemy supposed for damage, I can turn into a testimony of grace. I can write a tale via your life that glorifies my name and brings restoration to many. Do no longer await perfection to come to me. I need you now, simply as you're. Convey me your doubts, your brokenness, your weariness. I am now not dissatisfied in you. I do now not remorse growing you. I delight in you. I rejoice over you with singing. I recognize the plans I have for you, plans to present you a destiny and a hope. Even while you can't see it, I am running. Even when you cannot experience me, I am close to. I positioned eternity to your heart. That pain you experience for something greater isn't weak spot, it's far your spirit remembering me. You were made for communion along with your author. You were made to like and be loved by using the one who knit you together in secret. No human courting can fill what best I can fill. No earthly fulfillment can replace the joy of on foot with me. Go back to me, my toddler. Now not with fear but with accept as true with. I will no longer shame you. I'm able to include you. I will repair the years the locusts have eaten. There may be nevertheless extra for you. Greater existence. More reason. More pleasure. The first class isn't always in the back of you, it is ahead with me. And you walk with me and I can lead you through the desolate tract. Accept as true with me and I can element the ocean. Obey me and I can open doorways no person can close. Be still and understand that I'm God. I've not forgotten my promises. I've no longer changed my mind approximately you. I'm the equal yesterday, these days and for all time. There may be a motive I brought you via the hearth and did not let it devour you. There may be a cause you survived what others did not. I included you. I preserved you. I have worked which will do holy paintings, eternal work. And you do now not want to be perfect to begin. Just willing. I will equip you. I can anoint you. I'm able to walk with you every step of the way. Stop trying to the arena for solutions it cannot deliver. Stop chasing matters that leave your soul empty. Come again to me. Dwell in my presence. Meditate on my word. Speak with me each day. I desire dating, no longer ritual. I need your heart, now not simply your conduct. I want you to recognize me, now not simply understand about me. My loved baby, concentrate carefully to my voice. For what I speak to you now is truth, fact so as to set your soul free and anchor your spirit within the midst of a world this is constantly shifting, deceiving, tempting. I speak not to condemn, but to evoke, not to frighten, but to light up your heart with the everlasting mild of my information and love. You have heard my call and now am I lead you deeper. For you have to recognize this, my baby. There's a great danger in giving your coronary heart over to temptation, even in small methods. And there's awesome electricity in dwelling each breath. Please step every concept for me. Temptation isn't always loud. It does not constantly come as the plain evil you assume. Frequently it comes softly wrapped in comfort, disguised in comfort mask with one half-truths. It appeals for your flesh, for your weariness, in your desire for ease and manage. It whispers to you that you may postpone obedience, that you could serve me later, that a small compromise will not rely. However, my child, the one's whispers are laced with poison. Every temptation that draws you far away from me, regardless of how diffused, is an enemy of your soul. Every moment spent chasing what is transient is a second robbed from what's eternal. You aren't made for a life of half-heartedness. You have been made for complete devotion, due to the fact I gave myself to you without protecting anything lower back. Understand this: the enemy of your soul does no longer want to spoil you in an immediately. He just needs to distract you long enough, weaken your defense slowly, and numb your heart to my presence. A little compromise becomes a dependency, a addiction becomes a pattern, and a pattern when left unchecked turns into a sequence. That is how many fall now, not abruptly, however, grade by grade, unaware that they're drifting in addition from me. That is why I talk with urgency, not because I am irritated with you, but due to the fact I like you too deeply to will let you be swallowed by shadows. I recognize the struggles you face. I know the pull of the arena, the strain of life, the struggle within your own heart. I understand how difficult it's far when everybody around you seems to chase after matters I did now not name you to. But that is why I have positioned my spirit inside you. You are not by myself on this battle. My spirit is your energy. My phrase is your sword. My presence is your protect. You do no longer fight temptation through your very own wood, possibly, however, via staying related to me second by means of second via 2D. Do not compartmentalize your life. I by no means meant with a purpose to stay one way inside the quiet of prayer and another way in the midst of your work. I am no longer the God of your Sundays most effective. I'm now not the God of your mornings alone. I'm your God usually. Each breath you are taking is sacred. Each phrase you talk topics. Each assignment you perform, regardless of how small or everyday, can become worship if it is executed with me in thoughts. There may be no division among the holy and the mundane when your coronary heart is fully mine. Washing dishes, constructing agencies, studying, serving, resting, it could all be worship when your coronary heart is aligned with me. That is what I choose, my toddler. Now not to existence packed with grand gestures, but a lifestyles filled with devoted moments. To stay for me isn't to be continuously acting, but to be continuously present with me on your heart. It is to pick me inside the quiet decisions nobody sees. It's far to mention no to temptation no longer only when it is obvious and negative, however when it is wearing busyness, pleasure or selfishness. You should shield your heart due to the fact temptation will always strive to talk louder than fact while your soul is tired or distracted. This is why you ought to draw closer to me daily, no longer as a duty, however as your lifeline. I'm no longer calling you to strive but to abide, however to live with me in the stillness, inside the chaos, inside the laughter and in the tears. While you are with me, temptation loses its grip. When your heart is full of my presence, the world can't fulfill you. It's going to lose its attraction and my holiness will become your desire. For what fellowship can light have with darkness? And what pleasure can compare to the fullness of life lived in communion with me? This is why I've given you my phrase not to be a burden, however Emmanuel, a lamp unto your feet, and a mild unto your direction. In it smiles existence, guidance, electricity, correction, wisdom. Whilst you govern my phrase for your coronary heart, you may be capable of stand whilst temptation comes. You'll understand my truth, and it's going to protect your thoughts. You may recollect who you're and who's your. Do not let the word accumulate dirt for your shelf or in your thoughts. permit or not, it's written to your coronary heart, flowing out of your lips, shaping your choices. My phrase is alive. Let it stay in you. You ought to also watch over your mind, my toddler, for temptation starts not with the act, however with the seed in the mind. What you allow to linger in your thoughts will in the end happen for your moves. Take each thought captive and make it obedient to me. Do not entertain fantasies or fears that lead you away from my will. Do not live on things that stir up envy, lust, bitterness, or pride. I have given you a sound mind, and you should train it by my Spirit. Suppose on what's natural, lovable, tremendous, and praiseworthy. Defend your eyes, protect your ears, protect the gates to your heart. You're called to be holy, due to the fact I'm holy. This isn't always a command rooted in worry, but in love. I name you to holiness due to the fact I recognize it's miles the only manner to genuine freedom. The arena preaches indulgence as liberty, however indulgence ends in chains. My manner can be slim, but it results in existence. Sin always guarantees greater than it gives you. It usually takes greater than it offers. However, I have already given you the whole lot you need to stroll in victory. My grace is enough. My Spirit is strong. My promises are sure. Do not consider the lie that you can entertain sin in one region of your existence and preserve the relaxation unaffected. Like leaven and dough, even a bit will spread and corrupt. Sin dulls your sensitivity to me. It clouds your imaginative and prescient. It hardens your coronary heart. And even though I am always willing to forgive, I want greater for you than consistent cycles of falling and getting back up. I need you to walk in strength, to develop in maturity, to live inside the fullness of what I have organized for you. I need you to stay with joy, no longer just survival. You should live each 2D for me. My toddler, no longer in tension or stress, however in deep cognizance of my presence. Permit every breath be an offering. Every word be seasoned with grace. Every movement be an echo of my love. I am not a far-off observer. I am your steady accomplice. While you paintings is unto me. While you talk is my ambassador. When you relaxation in me. When you upward push, rise with my purpose for your heart. That is the secret to a life well lived, not doing greater, however doing the whole thing with me. You can wander the way to stability at all your duties, your goals, your family, your calling. But while I am your first precedence, the whole lot else will fall into its proper vicinity. I'm not asking you to abandon your duties, but to do them with a heart fixed on heaven. You do not need to go away your task to follow me. You best need to invite me into it. You do now not want to escape your instances. You handiest need to surrender them. When your coronary heart belongs to me completely, the whole thing will become sacred. The entirety turns into significant. I see the times while you feel weary, while you surprise if your small acts of faithfulness count. Know this, they do. Each act of obedience, regardless of how hidden, is seen through me. every time you choose righteousness over ease, fact over lies, grace over bitterness, you are storing up treasure in heaven. Nothing is wasted whilst it is executed for me. I see all of it. I recollect it all. And I reward what's executed in secret. Do now not waste the sacrifice made for you. Do not tread lightly on the blood that was spilled. It turned into poured out in love, in agony, in divine clear up to redeem you. Permit your life be worth of that love, not by striving but via surrender, now not by using acting performance, but through relationship. Permit me form you. Let me purify you. Let me lead you every moment. This isn't always pretty much keeping off temptation. It's far approximately becoming like me. It is approximately strolling in holiness, in strength, in love. It smiles about being set apart, being mild in the darkness, being desire for the hopeless. You aren't just stored from something, you're stored for something, a holy calling, a royal identity, a wonderful future. So stay for me, my child, in the grocery store, inside the workplace, in the quiet of your room, within the busyness of your day. Live for me in visitors, in conversation, in difficulty, in joy. Let me be the middle, the source, the aim. Let nothing come earlier than me. Permit no temptation thieve your interest. Let no distraction stupid your devotion. I'm able to give you everything you want, power for the assignment, peace for the journey, and pleasure for the morning. I could be your sufficiency. You do not walk by myself. My presence will go together with you. My prefer will relaxation upon you. My spirit will guide you into all truth. And when some time on this earth is accomplished, whilst your race is finished, and your eyes close on this world best to open in mine, you may see how every 2D lived for me changed into really worth it. You may pay attention my voice say, nicely executed, my precise and trustworthy servant. You will input the pleasure organized for you due to the fact the beginning, and it will all make experience. Till then, live every moment with motive, resist the enemy, stand firm in religion of without condition. Stroll in obedience, and by no means forget about your mine all the time, and I'm with you. Always, Amen.